Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reacting to Cypher PK's Dear Fortnite video. Let's see if he gets anything right, and I'll give my personal opinion on what he's talking about. Alright guys, you know you want to see it. Let's go.
After 8 long years, we're about to enter Chapter 7.
That is true. That is true.
Based on the current trajectory of this game, it needs to be a hit. So in this video, I created a Chapter 7 wish list and some predictions based off of what we know so far. Because this chapter will be a make or break for a lot of people who enjoy this game. Chapter 7 needs to tackle some of the biggest issues the game is having.
Alright, let's see what he thinks are the biggest issues that the game is having. Alright guys.
As well as delivering us some new content that we didn't even know we needed. And the first issue that Fortnite is having is that the Battle Royale core game mode is still dying. And dying...
I still think it's not really that dying. Like, compared to other games, we still are getting millions of players on the game. Like, I don't think that's dying in any way, shape or form. Let's see what he says.
A little bit of an exaggeration, but it is down significantly from its previous years.
Yeah, see, that's why I said it's a bit of an exaggeration, but I see what he's saying. Yeah, see this graph? Yeah, look, right now we have 1 million players. At its peak, 40 million. Now that is a big decline, but 1 million, that's still a lot of people. That's like a whole country in some places, you know what I'm saying? So okay,
more players are playing the different modes that Fortnite has to offer, but I do feel like Fortnite is at its strongest when the core game mode, the core battle royale, is doing well. And right now it's honestly not doing that well. I did a whole video on this topic, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but essentially battle royale needs to see some refresh and changes to get people excited about the core gameplay. It's good to see these new modes like Blitz and Reload doing well, as well as some UEFN maps popping off like Steal a Brain.
I mean, I don't think Steal a Brain was popping off as much as he wants to think it is, because I know a lot of people are talking about it, like saying, oh, Steal a Brain is going to take over the whole of Fortnite. Well, it probably isn't, bro. It really isn't. Just because it has a few more players than it used to have doesn't mean it's going to take over everything that Fortnite used to be. You know what I'm saying? It only has like about a few thousand, but Battle Royale has like millions. Right, guys? So I don't really get that argument that Steal the Brain Rot and all these other like creative modes are going to take over Fortnite. Like, they're just a trend, a meme. You know what I'm saying? Brain Rot and all of this stuff is going to end in like a year, maybe. It's not gonna last. So if we're thinking that this is gonna take over Fortnite, you kind of just like, you don't really understand what a trend or a meme is. Alright, anyways.
And I know people might have differences in opinions about these modes being successful, but overall the future of Fortnite will be better if there's a bunch of different modes that have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of players.
Yeah, that does make sense. That's pretty good. Yeah.
But in order for that to happen, the core and heart of Fortnite needs to be strong, and for a lot of people, that is Battle Royale. Let's go over some changes that could be made and some updates that could come to Battle Royale to make it better. First things first, it has been 8 years. The trend of Battle Royale has come and gone, but Fortnite is still here to stay, as well as some other Battle Royale games, although Fortnite is the biggest of them all.
Yes.
When it came out, it was all about the large map experience and, you know, having an epic journey that lasts about 25 to 30 minutes with one person or one squad taking home the win.
To be honest, I feel like it's still like that, kinda. I mean, they haven't really changed it that much that like you and your squad can't get a win, and it's not like a whole journey. I mean, depends when you joined. Like, I started playing in Chapter 5, Season 4. Yeah. So I'm quite new to the game. Been playing for like a year. And I feel like what he just said there perfectly summarizes how it felt for me in Chapter 5, Season 4. And I bet so many people that started playing in Chapter 1, if they played Chapter 5, Season 4, they wouldn't feel how I felt. So the game hasn't changed. The player has. Is what I'm trying to say. The player of the game has changed.
It was exhilarating, it was fun, it was exciting, it got your heart racing, and that's no longer the case.
Well, no, it depends on, like what I just said, it depends on the player. Like, you've been playing, Cypher PK, he's been playing for like 8 years, yeah? After a while, fatigue and tiredness of playing the same game over and over again would sink in. So it's just like a matter of time, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, after a while, you would get bored of the game, you would leave the game. So you can't really blame the game, blame yourself, blame time. Alright.
Players are just used to winning these days, or some players have hundreds of wins and another win doesn't really mean much to them. It could be the introduction of bots and AIs makes it a lot easier and the wins mean less, or it could just be the repetition that has people burnt out. Either ways, something needs to change. In my opinion, if you look at the Chapter 6 map right now, it is just way too big of a map. That's my biggest hate of this map. And it looks ugly. Look how disgusting that looks. Disgusting! Oh my goodness. Like, actually gross. Look, just so big and just so like disorganized. It just doesn't look nice at all. Compared to other maps, this is definitely 100% the worst map I've ever seen in my life. A massive map. No ninja. Like, it is huge. 100 players, and out of those 100, maybe 30 are real, and that's being generous.
Okay, well that depends on your matchmaking, mate, because mine are mainly real, I think. If you see my gameplay, guys, go check my gameplay videos. Mine are basically all real. I get cooked every time I hop on.
There are so many spots on this map that I have never stepped foot in because of how big it is. So you might think, what changed? We still have 100 players. Well, no, not really. Because back in Chapter 1, we had 100 real players in every single game on a large map. Now we have anywhere from 10 to 30 real players on the same size, if not an even bigger map than before. So if Fortnite wants to keep the smaller player count of real players in each game, they need to make the map smaller. And I'm not talking about making it the size of Reload or Blitz mode, but it definitely needs to be smaller than what the current Battle Royale size is. The other option is to go in the complete opposite direction and increase the amount of players that are on the map. Now, I don't know if the infrastructure...
Well, that would be pretty good, actually. Increasing the amount of players on the map. Oh, well, I don't really know if I like... Nah. Just decrease the size of the map so it's normal to how it was in Chapter 5 and Chapter 4 and Chapter 3. You know, that's a normal sized map. Making the map bigger is not nice. It's too big, gets too cluttered, there's nowhere to land, and you're just walking around for ages looking for someone. And even if you do add more people, like, imagine coming into the game and you place 194th. Like, that would just make the games longer and people get bored and less people want to play Battle Royale. So that would be decreasing numbers and making more people go to things like Blitz, Reload, and Steal the Brain Rot. So, you know.
Structure and coding allowed for this to happen. It could cause too much lag. I know this was a goal for Fortnite, especially with Unreal Engine 6 around the corner. They want to have the capabilities to have 150 or 250 player lobbies.
Now that's just way too many people, bro. That's just way too many people. If that's gonna happen, the matches are gonna be like an hour long. That's way too long for one Battle Royale game. And if you just keep losing to that 250 people every single game, I'll get so annoying. Like, so annoying. You wouldn't want to play. You just wouldn't want to play. So yeah, that's a stupid idea, bro. I'm sorry.
And I think that would be fantastic for the current size of the map. It would make the gameplay feel more exciting.
Just decrease the size of the map.
Wins would mean more, and it would just be an overall more action-packed game mode. And it would compare to some of the game modes that we're getting right now, like Reload and Blitz, where it feels like there's constant action, compared to Battle Royale, where you'll run into a bot every few minutes and then occasionally run into a real player. And before you know it, you're in the top 3, and one of the players is a bot still. Now, those aren't the only changes that can be done to the core mode. Obviously, there's other things that can be tackled, like movements on the map, player movements, even storm behavior can be changed. I think at this point, Epic should be looking to change the formula and tweak things to make things fresh and exciting without taking away from the core of what makes VR fun.
That's a good point.
Spots, more action, more excitement, and a special feeling when you finally get that win.
That's a great point, but the special feeling that you get after getting that win can only happen when you don't get a lot of wins. So it's either you get worse at the game, or you just don't play in a while, and then you don't win as much. So it's not really like Epic's kind of way to make you feel better when you win. It's kind of your way of just like, oh, I need to stop playing now because I keep winning. Because if you keep winning, then you'll be like, oh, I just keep winning. So just stop winning, stop playing, and then hop on again and play. But then you're not playing, so then the play count gets lower. So you can't really manufacture that feeling, you know. You just have to be a new type of player to the game. That's what I'm thinking. But let's see what he says.
That is what Fortnite needs to achieve to get people hooked back on Battle Royale again.
All
A
right.
few more points I want to cover regarding the core VR. In chapter 1, 2, and 3, the main storyline happened on the main VR map. And now that Fortnite has reload and blitz and all these different modes, it seems like the storyline is kind of vague and it affects all of the maps differently in some way or another.
Yeah, nah, that's so true. That's so true. I would much rather have a clear storyline that other people can follow, even if you're not even playing the game. Like, even if you're not even playing the game, like, you just get your friend to come into your house. Yeah, hey friend, come into my house. Come into my house. You take them in. Yeah, you force them to play Fortnite. They play Fortnite for a couple days, and they already understand the storyline. That would be so sick if the storyline was that basic and that easy to follow, but still fun. That's what they did back in chapter 1 and chapter 2. Chapter 3, kinda. Chapter 4, no. Chapter 5, definitely not. And chapter 6, I mean, they're getting better with the storyline, but it's just not it. So chapter 7 really needs to have a clear-cut storyline that's easy, really, really easy to follow. And good live events as well. Come on now. All through.
And it makes it a little bit harder to follow. Epic needs to simplify the storyline, make it to where even a casual player who doesn't really care that much about the story is aware of what's going on. I feel like that was the case back then when people were speculating whether the rocket was going to hit Dusty Divot or tilt the tower,
definitely,
or whether the monster that was melting inside the ice was eventually going to be a boss we had to fight. Those were simple storylines that people could just speculate on, and it got people excited for the live events. I feel like the most recent live events, there always has to be some sort of explanation.
Yeah, that chapter 6 season relive event was not it, by the way. It just wasn't it. Like, what the hell were they doing with a tentacle? Like, how were people supposed to, like, understand that? Like, think of it from a player that has not played Fortnite ever, and they just hop on for the live event. Like, what the hell is that? That's just like telling them, oh, this is it. This is something that Fortnite is. And it has nothing to do with the actual, like, season at all. Like, what the hell was that? Anyways.
Or top 5 gaming video that you have to watch that explains the event.
Yeah, it needs to be easier to understand. It needs to be way easier to understand, because this is just like, it's like doing it's like doing the flipping science question to understand flipping how to order pizza. You know what I'm saying? It's just like too hard for something that should be fun. Right? Playing a game should be fun, and the storyline can't be so hard that you have to like learn a bunch of stuff. I had to watch so many top 5 gaming videos to even understand the storyline, and I still don't really understand it that well. Like, bro, what we doing? Your
head wondering what they just watched. And then for the actual map changes and map that we eventually get for chapter 7, please, for the love of God, make it work with the Fortnite aesthetic. Fortnite is a bright and cartoonish looking game. That's the charm that it had. And while the graphics have improved, going so far away from that where the map completely looks ugly like a nuclear waste.
I mean, to be honest, I quite like the chapter 6 season 4 like idea with the nuclear wasteland. It sounded quite fresh and quite fun. But I see what you're coming with. Like, it has to look aesthetically pleasing, but that's kind of hard if the theme is not supposed to be that. You know what I'm saying? But I see what you're saying. It should be more cartoony and more nice to the Fortnite aesthetic, right?
Chapter 6 is probably one of the worst looking maps I have ever seen.
End it, bro.
Half the POIs were just like destroyed POIs.
That's what I'm saying.
Demon's debris.
Disgusting.
You hear the bugs swarming against you. It was a very overwhelming and just messy feeling map. Fortnite needs to be clean. It needs to be clean. It needs to be aesthetically pleasing to look at. It needs to have bright, vibrant colors. You can make the graphics look great, but it still needs to look like Fortnite. So please, chapter 7 map. We need a clean aesthetic, a clean theme, something that is bright and colorful and pretty. And I'm sure Epic knows this. There has to be a reason why they just vaulted every single bug and changed every bug.
Yeah, I didn't really like that. That update was horrible. Why did they do that, bro? Just stick with the theme. That's what they should do in chapter 7. Stick with the theme for the whole season. Don't just remove it because some people are complaining. If you're gonna have a theme, stick with it, or don't do the theme at all. That's all I'm saying.
Bug POI, because they know that was just not working. So hopefully that is the case for chapter 7, and I think it will be. Now, beyond Battle Royale, We need to talk about ranked mode. Ranked keeps people playing, especially the competitive and dedicated players. They spend so many more hours compared to a casual player. So having a strong ranked mode is important. It does two things. It keeps sweaty players out of the casual modes and it makes the casual modes more casual, which is great for casual players, but it also gives the sweaty players something to grind and something to work at, which increases the play time of Fortnite. Ranked, in my opinion right now, is almost completely dead. It wasn't even really a true ranked mode to begin with. It was just a number simulator, and the changes to make getting Unreal harder, it doesn't really hit the same. The player count shows it. Ranked barely has enough players to fill the lobbies.
I think what they should do is probably take it back to arena mode. I mean, arena was just so much easier. I mean, I didn't play it personally, but it just looks so much better than this. I mean, when you hit Unreal, there's no incentive to keep playing. And the fact that you have to waste so much time to get into an actual ranked experience, it's just so off-putting for people that are actually good at the game, want to get money, want to be like Clicks and all of those other people. You just can't do it with this ranked mode. So they just need to change it. They really need to change it.
Especially across all the different regions. So I know Fortnite is working on Ranked 2.0.
Yeah, Ranked
so with Ranked 2.0, I'm hoping they achieve the ranked mode that's actually going to hook players onto the game and be a major success.
Yeah, hopefully it's good.
Rewarding when you rank up, but it also needs to be a challenge. Getting to Unreal can't be as easy as just camping or just playing enough games until you get it. Placement points need to matter.
I mean, to be honest, hitting Unreal isn't that easy. Like, I've never hit Unreal, and I've really tried as well. I've really tried. But it is, I guess for some people it might be easy if you play the game a lot. But like, yeah, I guess I see where you come from, kinda.
So that you can get some stacked end games that feel like cash ups in tournaments. You have to allow for players to lose their rank if they just keep dying off spawn. This will encourage people not to just W key over and over once they hit Unreal. Of course, there needs to be some sort of reward system where you're able to flex different skins or custom styles and edit styles. At the same time, when you do add something like that, some players expect it to be handed to them because they don't want to miss out on cosmetics. So there needs to be a balance between what the items are and what players expect to get. And honestly, we need to retrain the players. Not everything needs to be handed to you and granted to you just because it's available. Some things need to be locked behind some time, commitment, and skill to unlock.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair. Good on you, Syphers.
Thing that has been teased and talked about by some leakers is old battle passes. People have purchased old battle passes but didn't have enough time to fully unlock them. And Epic could technically allow you to go back to old battle passes and fully level them up. This is a trick that I think Epic still has up their sleeve, where if they do this, a lot of players who stopped playing back in the day, who maybe didn't finish some of their OG battle passes, might come back just to unlock some of those cosmetics that they missed out on, like the fully golden Peely or the lights on the Omega skin.
Now, to be honest, I don't really care about this. Like, I don't have any OG battle passes that I could go back to. I've leveled out every single battle pass I own, so. But like, if people want to do that, sure. Yeah, I mean, it would boost the player count. So, you know what? Go ahead, Epic. You have my consent. You can do whatever you want.
I don't know how people would feel about this. I pretty much unlocked and fully completed all my battle pass skins. The
Same.
only thing I don't even have is the golden Peely because you have to get like level 300.
Also same.
Every single day and didn't get to that level. So that's the only thing I'm missing. But I wouldn't be upset if people could go back and complete battle passes that they spent money on. Now, if they're able to improve the storyline and make it simple, we need the live events to feel epic again. I don't want to watch a cutscene. I want to see the map change.
Trust me, bro. And oh my goodness, well done, thank you so much for telling me that, because all these live events in chapter 6 have been trash. Don't tell me any of them were good. None of them were good. Simpsons one was bad, the season 3 one was bad, the Galactic Battle one was alright, but like everything else was just kind of horrible. Like they're all mini events that don't make any sense and don't lead to anything on the actual map. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the only good event that I've seen was probably like maybe the Doctor Doom one, but that was alright. That wasn't even that good. Like, didn't even end up to anything. It doesn't like lead to anything. But the Chapter 2 remix one, that was fun. It was just a concert though. We want some storyline live events. Come on now, boys. Boys at Epic, come on. Lock in, bro. Lock in.
Live event. I want to see big explosions and visual effects. I absolutely love the visual effects that we saw during the Daft Punk live event that recently.
Yeah, that was sick. That was really sick. Felt like I was having like a spasm or something, but that was like insane. I was on cocaine type stuff, bro. That was crazy.
Happened. I wish we had a little bit more of a concert experience with some of their hit songs. They didn't really get that, but it was still a cool event, and it shows that Epic still can pull off some amazing stuff. We need that for Battle Royale, but we need to see map changes and things that actually affect the gameplay after the live event.
Yes, sir.
If an explosion happens or a rocket ship crashes onto the map, I want to be able to load into the next game and actually go see a new POI or a map that has been modified and changed as a result of what happened during the event.
Yes, sir.
Live events to bring in big updates would be a great way to increase the player count and get people excited about the new content that just came in. I think sometimes Epic like overthinks it with the live events, and they try to do unique things that doesn't really land with the players. And
just stop trying to do unique things and just do what we want. We want big explosions, big stuff that lead to stuff in the future. Like, it's all good having like these type of live events that you're seeing right here, but like if they're not good, well, if they don't lead to anything else that happens on the map, like I should see this guy fighting this guy and know that, oh wait, after this, like that mountain that he's flying on, it's gonna explode, and then when I come back on, there's gonna be like rubble everywhere and like destroyed everything. But like none of that happens, bro. It's just so bad, bro. Like if you see this now and think, oh, nothing's gonna happen, that's just stupid. Like nobody's gonna think that nothing's gonna happen from this guy doing a flipping front flip on a mountain. You think it's gonna break, but it doesn't. Nothing like that happens. It's like, oh, the live event, if you don't watch it, then you're fine. But if a live event happens, you should be able to watch it and be like, oh yeah, I watched it, that's why that happened. Not like I could watch it, but I don't have to watch it, you know. We should go back to the OG days. That's what I'm saying.
players just want really cool music, really cool special effects, and big explosions,
End it.
and we will be happy.
End it.
We also want to know what we're looking at, so the story needs to be simple enough to where even if you're not watching all the different lore videos, you kind of understand what's happening. Now, obviously, we expect new mechanics, like new movement mechanics that could affect zero build and build. But one thing that hasn't really been touched in a very, very long time is
I'm not really a fan of building's really hard. I don't know. Building's really hard. I've been trying to build for so long. I can barely even crank a 90. Like, adding more stuff will just complicate it even more. And as a new player, I know I didn't build until like a couple months into me actually playing. And at that, I was still trash compared to like other people. Like the skill gap between a person that played in the OG days and a person that playing now is like the moon and the flipping universe. You know, like that's the scale that we're looking at right now. So if you add another building thing, people that are new would just not want to play. You know, they wouldn't want to play builds at all. And the people that are OG, they might want to look at it, but they might not want it because it's like ruining their stuff, or they might not like it. So it's too sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, it's too much of a risk. So I'm not really agreeing with this. I don't think anyone can fully master this. Not gonna lie. I mean, people can be good at it, but you can't really fully master it. Give it like another maybe 20 years, then probably. But like it's way too hard, especially for me. I don't know about other people's opinions, but like this. I don't really care about that, to be honest. That's more of a aesthetic thing, to be honest. Like the movement, like bro, who really cares about that? Yeah, me too. Yeah, what I just said. Why do we not have stuff like that? Well, those actually look so sick. To be honest, I really wish I played in chapter 1. I just didn't. But like, those look really fun. Yeah, but the movement items, they're pretty good. Like, you can't say they're not cool as well. But I see what you're saying, yeah. They should bring back those stuff and keep the cars and the movement items. Now, that would be peak. That would be peak. The OG stuff and the cars. If you say you want more vehicles, because I've seen this other video of him saying that he didn't really like Chapter 5 Season 3, but that was all about vehicles, and those were really unique vehicles, like really, really unique vehicles. But, what were they trying to say? Oh. Bro, I don't really care. Alright, bro. Guys, you can use that if you want. You can use that if you want. Guys, he did actually come back, so he didn't really take a break at all. Like, he may take a break for like 10 days, but that was it. He's actually come back to Fortnite. He's playing the Simpsons season and he loves it. And well, I guess that's the end of the video. So like and subscribe, and Jesus loves you. See you in the next one. Peace.